For the longest time, I thought that the hammer throw was more like the squat. And with that being said, I used to counter the ball from a really, really lower position. My entry point was, I used to be at pretty much parallel, pretty a lot lower than the way that I'm throwing now. Probably in a power and probably in a catch where you would catch a power clean. I'd probably be somewhere in between that position and parallel. And eventually, I had a coach that kind of told me, Why are you doing that for? Like, why are you doing that?" The only person that I can think of in recent history that has done that, I believe the name is Devitowski. I want to say. Uh, yes, I was right the first time. Devitowski. Excuse me. Probably mispronunciation of his name a little bit, but if you were in the throwing world and you know the name. But you could see as he comes through the entry point and goes into one, he has a really, really low catch position. However, you can see throughout the rest of his throw, he stands up and is in that triple flexion position and then into that triple extension position. And this is not a common thing that most throwers do. Most throwers dominate that triple flexion position throughout their throw, is what you'll see 9 out of 10 times. So it's a very, very unique thing. Somebody that uses that distance in the squat to accelerate the hammer. I still think that, and going back and looking at these throws today, I kind of wish that I was still doing that a little bit. I mean, I do have really strong I don't know how that would benefit me. I guess it has benefited me to stay a little bit taller and accelerate the ball through a higher position. But hey, there's more than one way to fry the eyes out of a seagull, as a coach, as a teacher would tell me at one point. And I don't think that there's necessarily a wrong way to do it. There are concepts that you would like to keep in mind, but at the end of the day, you want to accelerate you want to accelerate the hammer the best as you can. And I think that the way that I used to throw, staying in that lower position like that, I never actually stood. All my throws would stay flat. And to bring up the point today, now to bring it full circle, is I think that sometimes when I'm coming back and looking at my throws, part of me thinks that I'm trying to stand up too fast, or I'm trying to force the time that you're actually supposed to stand up and extend on the throw. And there is a timing thing to this component, because you are supposed to stand up taller as you get. You're not supposed to stay, even if I did decide to stay in that lower position, you are supposed to stand up and stay taller. But it can, if it's mistimed correctly, then you can stand up faster than you're supposed to, and effectively you can decelerate the ball essentially. So it's definitely a timing thing. And I say all that because sometimes I come out here and I review my throws, and I'm kind of like, damn, did I fall by like what, like I look like this, or I look like I don't know what I'm doing, or I look like whatever, this or that, or what have you. And you know, it's not even about that. And on these practices so far, I haven't even really been marking my throws. I think what it's more about for me right now is, number one, does the throw feel efficient? Does it feel effective? Is it succinct? And then number two, the effort. Can I get through the throws without using a max effort, and in the technique, I'm finishing through. I'm through the middle of the sector. I'm not scratching sector left or sector right and shanking it. I think that these things have become a lot more important to me than what does the throw look like, and I look like I don't know what I'm doing, or or the distance doesn't look like it's there, or what have you. I mean, these are all obviously attributes that you want to take into some type of consideration at some point, but not what I'm focused on, I guess, at today's date. So yes, I would like the distance to be there. I would like a couple of things to be a little bit more smoothed out, but at the end of the day, heck, I mean, to pick this up and pick this back up like I picked it up this last week, I mean, it's not. I mean, it could be looking a lot worse. It's not my rookie season. I didn't break that card right there. So I've made some good progress, really and truly. And this last throw, I mean, we looked really, really good. So hey, I say this all the time. It's a process, and I am trying to work through it the best that I can, and try not to beat myself up along the way. Was still sending some flat down the sector a little bit, kind of cleaned that up. The entry looked a lot better. Still a handful of things to work on. It feels like to me sometimes when I try to slow myself down, then I'm behind the ball. I'm not working with the ball, and when I try to go too fast, well, then I'm out of whack at the end. So I can't find this medium, this in between effort that I want to present or that I want to work with when I'm throwing, and that's kind of been the trickiest. That's something that I thought about a lot today. Is that the fight between the you want it to be going fast enough, but not too fast, right? So tricky things to try to figure out, things that I'm working through in my mind, but some progress is better than no progress. But hey, took some throws, got some good throws in there. That last one, like I said, looked pretty decently crispy. So we'll see how it comes along. But that's just about all I got, guys. You already know what the deal is. Run on your toes, keep your mouth closed, lock your doors, and save your throws. Most importantly, live to fight another day.